Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is Dee, and today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is the Knight of Bows and the Fox. And before I get into describing this card, if you'd like a tarot reading or a spiritual reading, check out that link down in the description box for the stand store. And, set up a time and we'll get that taken care of for you. So, as I said, today's tarot card is the Knight of Bows and the Fox. And when this card came up, I wasn't really surprised because, we just had the King of Arrows, the Kingfisher, show up yesterday. And, I'm starting to see, the major arcana coming out, the Green Woman, the Green Man, the World Tree, the Journey. We've got a couple of sixes down here, the Six of Arrows and the Six of Bows, transition and abundance. And, usually when there's two of those cards, it takes on more meaning. Okay, so there's a lot of transition going on, and the fox comes out as you're talking to the king of arrows, the Kingfisher. The fox comes out and he looks at you and he says, it's about being alert and being aware of the opportunities that are coming at you. Okay, you have to have that curiosity of moving forward. And I'm going to be with you for the next 6-7 days so we can have that curiosity and learn about the wisdom and just, try to gain things. But at the same time, I like to have some fun, all right? Because I don't want it to be boring. We got to have some fun going out there because I'm going to be running around. And the King of Arrows, he's looking at you and says, it's great that you showed up, Knight of Bows, because we need some fire energy here. Okay, we can't be always looking at things from our head, overthinking things, right? And the Knight of Bows goes, exactly, we need to go out there and just have some fun. Get out there and do some things. So, the fox is really symbolic of that cunningness, the alertness, the curiosity, the playfulness. And for me, when I look at the knights, to me, they're a dual card. They're fighters and tacticians. So, you could go into a fight and being, in this case, very action-oriented, or you could be that tactician and kind of moving things around, all right, on that chessboard, playing a political game with stuff and being clever and witty, okay, with those thoughts that the King of Arrows was talking about. And bows are about fire and action and activity. So, if this is a person within your life, okay, or if this is you, it's going to be somebody that's going to be impulsive, dynamic, flamboyant, okay? They're not going to be afraid to take action. And this fox, he doesn't, I've got a fox that lives out in the backyard, and man, do they make a ruckus at night, okay? Because you can hear them, all right? And they like to show off. And the one in the backyard, I don't see him during the day, but at night, I can watch him on the camera. And he does like showing off, right? And there's a lot of competition. They're very competitive. So if you're this person that's in this competitive piece, okay, don't overthink what the King of Arrows has got you, doing, okay? Because he's asking you to, what do you need to focus on clearly? Okay, he's not asking you to overthink anything. He's asking you to cut out the old stuff, all right, and what's not serving you. Once you figure that out and you can move forward, now you've got the action, okay? If this is an aspect of, what's going on in your life, somebody around you, it's going to be, witty communication. It's going to be clever communication, innovative thought processes, right? And improviser as they're moving around, doing things. If this is an event, it's going to be a travel event. Okay, going to, hey, let's just go up north today. Or, hey, let's head out west, for a week or two, right? And there's a lot of impatience going around on this, okay? Because, it kind of reminds me of like the Aries sign, go, 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 right? And as a result of them go, 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 going, there is that a little bit of impatience of what's going, I'm not going to wait on anybody. I'm going to go. I'm going to take off, right? And there's even the event of an opportunity to change things. And what I really like about this card as it came out is the Knight of Bows and a Fox is all about transitioning. okay? You've got the leadership card here with the King of Arrows and the Kingfisher, okay? And you still have, you know, the protection from the Green Woman and the Green Man down here as well. So, you know, the Green Woman's giving you that nurturing aspect, okay? The divine feminine. The Green Man is giving you that mantle of leadership to walk with authority going through the Wildwood Forest. Okay, and he's kind of, you know, been guiding you here a little bit. Not really holding your hand, but kind of, you know, nudging you this way, nudging you that way. Because he's giving you that mantle of leadership, that horn of plenty and that staff of power. Okay, so while you're being protected on this journey, okay, which is letting go of things and transforming into something new, you can see the abundance that's out there. The abundance of that leadership, the abundance of the authority, okay? And this king, you know, he reports to the Green Man and the Green Woman with what's going on. All the kings do, okay? The knights kind of report to the kings, okay? Even though this is not, you know, the King of Bows, all right? It's still a mutual respect between the bows and the arrows, okay? Both of them work hand in hand. You need a bow to shoot the arrow, and the arrow needs the bow to fly. So, you know, with that being said, you know, the leadership that's down here on the board right now is what's compelling you to move forward, okay? Today's card, the Knight of Bows and that fox, is letting you know you need to take things in an aspect of taking things in, actually listening to what's going on around you. Okay, as the King of Arrows said yesterday, letting go of what doesn't serve you. Silence can be very, very profound when you're in a work sitting or within, you know, your significant other, a family situation. If you sit back and you listen to the conversation that you're having, and not try to overstep everybody with thought processes, which a lot of people do nowadays. They want to get their 2 cents in, and that's ego talking, okay? But when you can sit back and listen and just be quiet, it puts everybody else on edge because they're expecting you to step over them. They're expecting you to, you know, give your 2 cents, okay? In a work situation, if you're sitting in a meeting and you hear all this jibber jabber, whether it's gossip, whether it's work related or not, don't say anything. Wait till somebody comes to you and says, hey, what are your thoughts around this subject? Now you've got the attention of everybody. That's being witty and clever. Okay? Now you've got the attention of everybody for your thought process of taking on that leadership role, that authoritative role that the Green Woman, the Green Man, and the King of Arrows, the Kingfisher, has given you. In a family situation, you could sit back and just listen to, you know, what's going on with everybody's lives. And then you can impart some wisdom to them. Okay? Or if there's an argument going on or something on that aspect of it. Okay? You can diffuse things as the Knight of Bows does, as that fighter or tactician, by making them think. By asking them the question, okay, you know, well, what kind of, you know, you're looking at this opportunity. Have you looked at all the details within this opportunity? You might catch somebody off guard. Like, no, it's just an opportunity. Yeah, but you know, will allow you to work remotely. Will allow you to, you know, what's the commute? Okay, are they going to pay you for mileage? You know, if you got to travel, you know, is that on your own expense? And then they reimburse you. Look at all those details within that conversation. Okay. The other question that this fox asks is, where do you need to be slower? Don't always rush into things. Again, take that pregnant pause, if you will, or don't say anything. Just be silent. Don't rush in. Makes people think, what's going on with him? What's going on with them? right? It's that leadership. It's that transformation of your spiritual self into a higher spiritual self and moving towards that authoritative leadership position within whatever you're doing. Spirit and the universe is guiding you. Okay, how you use the tools is how you can, gain more wisdom and more knowledge to move forward. So, throughout what's going on, the King of Arrows asks, where do you need to see things more clearly? Okay, where do you need to focus on? Okay, and who can give you that good advice? And the Knight of Bows is saying, you know what? I think I'm just going to take things a little bit more slowly, and I'm going to look at all the details, because those are the two questions he asks. Where do you need me slower, and what details are you missing? Because if you're missing details and you're going too fast, your spiritual path is going to go off track. It'll come back, okay, but you've moved too fast, okay? And, this could be a good opportunity to start a quest with this Knight of Bows and this Fox. All right, whatever that quest may be. But take it slowly and look at the details. And while you're doing that, remove, things that aren't serving you well. Where can you see clearly, okay? And who can give you that good advice? So that's today's card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck, that Knight of Bows and a Fox. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, share it with others. Check out the stand store down below if you'd like a personal reading. And give me a thumbs up. And this is Dee for the Spirit's Path. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care, God bless, and stay safe, everybody.